Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boys Jack and Dave here, and a fun one for you guys. It's going to be a kit ranker. We're going to be taking a look at all of Nike's Tottenham kits that they have created from home to away to the dreaded third kits of certain years, and we're going to be ranking all of them according to each of their categories from home to away to the third kits. I'll now show them on screen for you guys. We've gone for yet again another tier maker here. And Dave, before we get into it, let's have everyone, give their rankings for us in the comments below. Let's have them smash the like button because it's fun to do these tier makers. But any expectations before going into this one? Do you already have a certain favorite, that you'll be looking forward to ranking?
Yeah, there's only a couple that I really like. In large, I've made it no secret. I do not like Nike's jerseys whatsoever.
Mm.
So I think a lot of them will be horrible.
So if only we could do an awful category that Dave could just bin all of these kits into. Let's start off with the home kits, Dave. Now, I think we're going to go to the oldest of the Nike kits here. Let me just make sure the year of when this one was created. It could have been, unless I'm mistaken. I think this was all the way back in think it might have been like 2017, 2018. This kit right here with the little badge, I actually kind of liked this one a bit. Now, we might as well just start comparing it to some of the others. I think the way we'll do it is from descending order. The one at the very far left will be the best, to the one to the very far
Mm.
right will be the worst. Now, is there any kit that you'd say is worse than this one here to the one with the badge on it?
No, that's my favorite one out of the whole lot, and I sort of like the old school sort of crest on it.
Now I'm going to go with probably one that I think is considerably worse. I would argue that this one, that I think it was from 2020 under the Jose period, and not a big fan of that one. I just didn't really like that sort of kind of whatever texture kind of, added print that they put in the middle. I just didn't like it, not being, a crisp, kind of Tottenham lily white
Mm.
kit for me. Kind of something similar for me was also this
Awful.
one here as well. I was not a big fan of that one with kind of the faded
No.
blue towards the bottom. Were you a fan of it, or were you kind of in the same boat as me?
No, it's absolutely shocking. I don't like this two-tone fading out crap. It's absolutely useless to speak. I can't believe Nike even sold us that, to be brutally honest, and we fell for it. It's even worse.
And then you kind of start to see a bit more of a simple design from some of these. Now let's go on to this one. This one is like a very boring, kind of simple Tottenham kit. Are you a fan of this one, Dave, or is this one kind of again falling maybe a bit of a boring category for you? Is it better than these other two?
Yeah, it's better than the other two for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for me, it's just kind of maybe not as good as I think this one. This was from last season's Tottenham home kit. I actually liked this one more than this previous one. Let me try to
Mm.
make sure where that
Well,
one was from specifically. If you can remember the exact year, I think that one might have been the 2018, 2019 kit that we're comparing it to. Actually, sorry, 2019, 2020 kit that we're comparing it to, but they're very
mm,
similar to each other.
very similar. The only difference is the trim, the blue trim around the collar. That's it. For me, again, what's the Nike designer doing? If that's the only difference he's made from when you say 2018 to last season's one, I mean, it's absolutely shocking, right? All they're doing is just reconfiguring some little things here and there. They don't actually put any effort into it. It's piss take.
No, they're really not, definitely not. I think this was one of the ones under Antonio Conte's final season. I actually liked the sleeves on this one a bit to a degree. Yes, it was kind of a bit unconventional because it had that sort of neon design, but I actually didn't mind this one. This one actually might go a bit higher up than the one we just saw from last season. Or for you, Dave, was this one better than the one from last season? Was it worse? What did you make of
Um,
that one?
I would put that four on the list so far, but look, we'll leave that. You can go. You can have your say on this one if you prefer it. You want it to go second, leave it there.
I think I might go this one third. I just kind of something about kind of that collar that I actually liked. This one, another very simple and plain one. This was one Nuno was in charge. I think that must have been like 2022 period, if I'm trying to
Mm.
get it correctly here. This one had no collar of any kind. It was just pure white on the sleeves up to the collar and everything. Again, a bit of a boring kit design, but 2 degrees. Some people like that. That's quite simple.
I'm being brutally honest. My niece could have come up with that, and she's 5 or 6 years of age. Um,
I
I
put it
prefer the simple ones, but no, we'll leave it there.
I think I might put it even behind this other kind of, simple blue collarish kit, from years past. Now, the home kit of this year's, Dave, I'm actually a fan of it, and I might put it as high as I think
I
up
would
here.
go with that.
I think I go for second. What do you like about this most recent one?
It's just a little bit different, At least the sleeves are fully blue rather than the end one where there's just a patch of blue, around the collar. Okay, a bit of a change in difference there. Yeah, it's nice.
Now on to the away kits, Dave. I might go to you again here. We can go with the one on the badge. Very simple, very nice color as well. Simple away
Yeah.
Tottenham color. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, you are a fan of this sort of simple design.
No, 100%. And the fact that's white AIA instead of red is a huge plus.
Oh, definitely a huge plus indeed. But on to maybe some of the other ones. Last year's away kit, this one was a big fan favorite. Is this one better than that one
Yeah.
for you, or is it just slightly behind?
I think that's my favourite one, to be brutally honest with you, Jack. I just a pity they don't have the crest from the other one there onto that one, because you know me, I'm a fan of the colours. It's a throwback to the old school. So
Yeah.
if they actually had that old school crest on that one there, it'd be the perfect jersey. I might design it myself.
I'm a huge fan of the collar as well, as is Dave. But now let's maybe go back to our days of when we were in the swimming gear, Dave. Sunny. I have a sun kit from this one. Of course, I love having a sunny kit. Don't really like the swimsuit kit. Is this the worst you've seen, or is there one on this list that we'll get to that's actually worse than this one?
No, I think it's one of the worst ones I've ever seen in my lifetime from any club, let alone just Tottenham Hotspur. It's absolutely atrocious. I mean, they should have sold it with snorkeling flippers, for fuck's sake.
I think with this one as well is that what they should have done is they could have gave you a deal on some of the swim gear that they have at the store. But also if maybe you're a biker or like a cyclist at all, it kind of looks like a cycling jersey, of some kind. It really just doesn't match the sport that they should have been playing. Now, this is a funny one. I barely even remember this kit, Dave. Yeah, this one with kind of the tigerish print on the sleeves. Is this one slightly better than the swimsuit kit, I'd assume?
I don't know why I have a vague memory of Lucas Moura wearing that.
Yeah.
Better than the swimsuit, but not better than the others.
It is the year of the Champions League run in the
Yeah.
2018-2019 Champions League run. So your memory is serving you correct there. Now this very
Sorry.
simple, very nice sort of blue color design. Is it better than any of these two that we just were looking
No,
at previously, or is it just slightly behind? Yeah.
just slightly behind.
Yeah, and on to then the most recent away kit, the one that we see our players in currently. I'm actually a big fan of this one. It's different to all the rest in that they went for kind of a totally different color than some of these others that we're seeing here. But I think it's far more stylish than that swimsuit kit. I think this was basically, similar idea from Nike. They were going for something that, what, you would wear as maybe even a non-Spurs fan, where you're like, ooh, I kind of like that one. I might just wear that around town and it looks pretty good if you were going to a party, going out, just want to be a bit more in a stylish kit. I'm actually a big fan of this one. I would put it personally as high as second or third for me, Dave.
Wow.
I'm not sure if I'm going to actually buy any of the kits from this year. I might think about, when it's on sale or something at the end of the season,
Yeah.
getting this one because I like it. I think it's stylish.
Not like it enough though to purchase it right away. So no, what I will what I will say is, look, personally, I think everyone knows my thoughts. I think it's something that you'd find in the boom boom room in your local gentleman's club, either on the carpet or on the wallpaper. However, it's better than what they have come up with before, and at least they put a bit of effort into it. So I would concede and go third.
I think you understood my logic that they were trying something
Yeah.
similar to the swimsuit kit, but I think they got it. I think they got it more right this time around. Now, this one I remember for the amazing Tanguy and Dombele goal, but I wasn't a big fan of this green kit. But that being said, some people were a big fan of this green kit as an away kit.
I wasn't initially a fan, but my friend did give it to me as a gift for Christmas, and it sort of grew on me. But yeah, I think it's in the right place there.
Around third or fourth, you would say.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put it in fourth position there. On to the third kits, usually the dreaded third kits, because these ones they've gotten wrong, in my opinion, plenty of times. Let's go with the best again, Dave. I think that's been our trend here. I'd argue that the best one was actually this one. I liked this kind of bluish one with the Nike design being a bit different.
Mm.
They went with a different logo. I liked sort of the simplicity of the collar to the, kind of the blue sleeves, on the side there. I don't know about you. This might have been one of my favorites of the third kits. Not many good third kits to pick from. This might have been my favorite.
I really like that. For me, however, I think it goes second, Jack. I really like
Okay.
it. The one I would pick first is incognito mode. The ones where we could barely see each other. I think that is my favorite one. I think it's
The brown one, yeah.
initially,
Yeah.
yeah, initially when it first released, I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, what are we doing? It's absolutely turgid.
Yeah.
However, seeing it on reflection in the shots, but also out there on the pitch as a full kit, It's actually a nice kit.
It is. It's cool. It's similar to my logic, I think, with that other away kit, where I actually think it is very stylish. It's
Mm,
one that you could wear about town and just kind of like you barely even notice that it's a Spurs kit,
yeah.
but it's actually quite cool looking. I've seen Nick, I think, wear it, and I've seen others wear it around town, and I do think it's a nice one. Actually, I'd agree with you
Mm,
there. So might as well put that in first for Davo, and I think a lot of people would agree. It wasn't a fun one to watch us play in, but it's probably a nice one to just sort of see your
mm.
stylish Spurs fan in. Now, maybe on to another one that 2 degrees some people seem to really like, but I'm not so sure where I stand on this one. The kind of tigerish, kind of blue, sort of watercolor thing that they have going on here. Is this one, did you like it or did you dislike
I think it's absolutely horrible, to be brutally honest. I
it?
think it's where designers go absolutely over the top. I mean, you've gone from Scuba Steve to actually being in the water. It's absolutely ridiculous. For me, I hate it, but for right now, it'll stay there.
Clearly, they were on a scuba theme because I believe those 2 kits,
Mm.
the scuba kit and away kit, and these both came out in the
Maybe they're
same
trying to tell us
season.
there's a water park coming.
Yeah, I guess so. Levy's water slides. But the yellow kit, Dave, this one is not too shabby, I'd argue. It's I like the Nike design in the center of the chest.
Do you?
Personally, you do have to have, I think, the Spurs crest on where the heart is supposed to be, but I don't mind this one as probably the third best.
Do
What
you
do you
know
think?
what? I like the colour. I've always liked it. A Tottenham yellow jersey with a bit of blue in it. I think it's nice. I just don't like the central location of the crest
Mhm.
and the Nike tick underneath. I think it's absolutely turgid. I'd rather them either side of the chest, to be brutally honest, but the colour is nice, so I'd stick it there.
For now, it goes for third, but it
Yeah.
might move back a little bit later. Let's go on to this very dark. I think it was like a dark. I don't even know what color you call this, but it's like a kind of a brownish black, kind of like a really dark purple kind of ish kit. I'm trying to remember the exact year in which this one came from. If I'm remembering correctly, it might have been one of Nike's first ever kits. Yes, this is the 2017-18, the year that we liked those kits, Dave, that have the nice badge, at the
Mm,
top left there, or also you got the second place position in the away kit. This kit
mm.
did very well. This year did very well for you in particular. Does this away kit, kind of match your trend of liking the 2017-18 era?
Yeah, 100%. For me, that would probably go in second or
Second?
third, wherever you
Okay.
really want to put it, to be honest with you. I almost feel like Nike sold us a dummy that the first year of kits that come out were like, yeah, that's grand, just initially get us on board. And then they got the 17-year contract and everything else after has been absolutely muck.
They went on some real trips, so like they had some
Yeah.
just sort of psychedelic trips with some of the rest of the kids afterwards. And that's what the ones we're looking at right here. Let's maybe go with the most recent one, Dave, from this year. I'm not a big fan of the most recent one, but I'd actually argue it's better than the rest that I see in front of me. The most recent away kit or third kit, excuse me. Where does this one rank in comparison to the others? Are there some that are better or worse than this one in the ones
Uh,
that are left?
to be honest, looking at some of them designs now is starting to give me a headache. You don't want to be epileptic, but I mean, look, it's horrible. It's absolutely turgid. Just keep it there for the time being. I want to know who was on acid for the other one there that you're hovering over, the Galaxy one.
Yeah, I think actually the Galaxy one, this I might have been getting some of my bearings wrong here. I think actually the Galaxy one and that purplish one both came from the same season. The Galaxy one is actually an away kit, so we're
Yeah.
gonna have to make a slight amendum here. Maybe my slight correction. Galaxy one for me, Dave, for away kits goes in the very, very last. If I could put 2, 3 jerseys ahead of it just to distance
Yeah.
ourselves from it even further, I would. This Galaxy one, I'd argue the worst Tottenham
Mm.
kit in my lifetime.
Someone was on a serious psychedelic trip when they came up with that one. Absolutely disgusting. Don't understand anything behind it. That purple one, uh,
Almost worse,
nice.
actually. This
Do you know
purple
what?
one.
It's absolutely horrible. But if I'm correct, I think there was a nice sort of meaning behind it where they tried to use some parts of Tottenham to involve it in it and stuff like that. But again, I mean, just look at it. I mean, who buys these things? I don't understand it.
I think the purple is actually a nice color, right? It kind of matches that retro color that some of the old purple kits of Spurs did. But then it's just whatever the greenish, yellowish tint that they put on it in the top right corner where the Nike logo is. It just reminds me of puke, I'll be honest. Like it's just sort of like someone puked on it, and that was the color that they went with. Where the purple is
Mm,
nice, but that just gets ruined by the
yeah.
green. I've never seen green and purple be used like that together. It's just not a good look. And so I would then put this greenish kit ahead of that purple one. I'd argue this purple one down below might be the worst of all time. I think that one in the Galaxy is probably the second worst. But Dave, I mean, what would be the worst kit of all time for you? And then what would be the best kit of all time for you from these Nike ones?
I think the best kit is the away one from last year, which I really, really liked.
Yeah.
Along with the first one that we have ranked at home, and my third one again is the one we have ranked first. Cup outside of that, there's one or two that are decent, but they won't be getting my money. That's why I'm trying to follow leads for old Adidas here, Jack. That's where my heart's at. I think the 17-year contract with Nike is an absolute sham. I think they should try and bring it to an end as possible. And you know what? You deserve a lot of credit for getting me through this video because everyone knows how much I hate the Nike kids.
Well, we'll leave it there then, everybody. Dave really struggled to get through this one. Hopefully you didn't, and you might have enjoyed some of these kit selections.
What's
Again, as
your favorite
always,
style?
oh, I'd probably go for the away kit from last year. I think is the classiest of the away kits. For the third kits, I'd agree with you. It's the brown one. And then I'd actually go for the turquoise blue or, kind of
Mm,
Caribbean blue just after that. I think both of them are really classy in
that's
my
nice.
opinion. And then for home kits, I'll be honest, I really like this year's home kit. I actually like the collar to the sleeve, kind of sort of design and everything. So I might go for this most recent home kit as my one of my favorites, if not
Mm,
my favorite. And then just behind it is the one with the kind of the crest badge kind of
mm.
simple design as well.
Mm. Well, there you are, everybody. Let us
Well,
know in the comments what your favorite home, away, and third kit is. Make sure you do smash the like button. Hopefully, you didn't get as much of a headache as I did, or blinded by some of the colors on display here. And hopefully, we haven't ruined your day.
well, hopefully you didn't get any blindness from any of these kids. Yeah, that you did have to turn off the video too soon. But smash the like button for us. Let us know if you agree or disagreed at any point in our selections during this video, and we'll see you next time. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.